filled with innovation, futuristic thinking, and of course, what matters most in healthcare humanism. Our thought leaders across CMI Media Group are happy to bring you insights and ideation around important topics like strategic inclusivity and diversity, nuances of the female patient population, why social media should be considered a search engine, the term omnidynamic, and much, much more. We've enjoyed meeting you here at the Nth Degree each month, and we look forward to 2024 together for fresh thinking on the latest trends, technologies, and innovations that are changing the healthcare and media spaces. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next year. Remember to like and subscribe.
And one of the things I like to say is, although you're not being exclusive, doesn't mean you're necessarily being inclusive, right? Well, we've seen stats that show that the Black community is 14% of our population, but get about 1% of the media impression share that's going out there. The white community is about 63% of our population and get about 95%. Asian is about 5% of the population and get less than 1%. Hispanic, again, you see the same thing, about 14% of our population and get about 3% of the media share. So just because you're in media and we're in digital media and you're doing these various things doesn't mean we're necessarily reaching the people that we need to reach with this important messaging. So that is one thing that is extremely important for this group, just to gut check what we're actually doing and make sure that the media that we're putting in market is actually equitable.
The historical, current, and future state of health inequity, specifically for women. And it was excellent research done by all of our agencies and a really remarkable opportunity to present the fact that there's still so much to be done. There's a tremendous amount of hope in healthcare right now for what we as marketers can do to change the health outcomes for women. But the situation now is really still pretty dire. And we've launched with a couple of facts that really, I think, knocked people's socks off. The fact that 1 in 10 women in the workforce who's experiencing menopause has to leave their job because their symptoms are so severe and that their healthcare needs cannot be accommodated, which of course has an amazing impact on both the talent pool of agencies like ours, but also the economic, housing, job, education stability of the families that they support. The UN says that women reinvest 90% of their assets and income into their communities and families. So when women do not have good health and autonomy over their health, and also very importantly, education to make the best decisions about their health, it doesn't just impact us as individuals, but has the power to either take down or raise up significant social issues over the course of generations.
And really, omnichannel is about orchestrating messages across a variety of touch points. It's being able to tell a story in paid media, owned media, and through sales reps, etc. Where I think that now is transforming into omnidynamic is being able to be really dynamic in the moment. And that's where you're starting to layer in DCO, dynamic creative optimization, on top of those narratives. So in the specific moment, a customer might get different iterations of messages. So we can test, we can train an algorithm to know what is going to be most opportune for that specific customer or patient HCP in that specific moment. And that's where we're taking kind of this concept of omnichannel and taking it to kind of a new level.
Authentic, I'm thinking people can search right on those social media platforms, right? But they can also search in a search engine like Google, for example. You can write your topic and then search TikTok right after, or topic Reddit, something like that, and then you'll get all those results. So it's important to marry those two things together, knowing that some people are searching right in those platforms and can also be using an actual search engine, and your results could be different. So it's important to keep that in mind as well.
The transference that's occurred over the last 5 years from brick and mortar retail locations to the digital presence of online retail. What that looks like in terms of a go forward is you're seeing the dynamic shift of people who were traditionally shopping in stores and looking for that one-to-one interaction with a customer service representative being forced through the COVID era to shift digitally, become e-com savvy, and lose that one-to-one connection. And now we're kind of left in this alternate universe, if you will, where some have returned for that, direct connection and others haven't. And the idea here is that we as a business at CMI Media Group need to leverage both areas and draw a connection to them by bridging the gap in our marketing.
So our Inclusive Media Center of Excellence really pulls through those market intelligence and media vitals insights to really understand how those diverse audiences can be met through diverse suppliers as well. So we're able to take that messaging and content that our clients create and really push it through to those audiences and meet them where they are on an everyday basis. And again, that really highlights the need of wanting to meet those audiences year round versus during particular times of year, say Black History Month or Pride, because people get sick year round and they're going to want to understand really what it is that they need to help them get through that disease or really that illness.
We have found that there is a great need and also great excitement, right, for more education, more research to be done in these areas. I think one of the most alarming stats for me was that 70% of people with chronic pain were actually women. Yet when you look at studies that have been done on chronic pain, it's been done 80% towards men, conducted on men, right? So that's just one example of where we can really look towards women, towards research and opportunities to maybe do a little bit better as an industry to make sure we're pulling through that data.